Good morning, and welcome to Redeemer Lutheran Church. I'm Pastor Gary Lodholt. If you don't know the book Wishful Thinking by Frederick Buechner, I think you should. It's a slim volume, but in it, Buechner reflects on different words and offers insight that is sometimes humorous, often profound, and always worth thinking about regarding what those words mean. I highly recommend the book. This week we are looking at some rather ordinary words that you hear around church, words that are so commonplace, in fact, that we don't really think about them and what they really mean anymore. Today we want to look at two of them, holy and glory. And to do that, I'm going to share what Buechner says about them. When it comes to the word holy, Buechner writes, God's holiness. I'll start again. When it comes to the word holy, he writes, only God is holy, just as only people are human. God's holiness is God's godness. To speak of anything else as holy is to say that it has something of God's mark upon it. Times, places, things, and people can all be holy, and when they are usually not hard to recognize. That's pretty insightful. I'll bet you have been places when you suddenly felt the sense of holy all around you. One of my favorite things about the renovations we did to our sanctuary here at Redeemer a few years ago is that we made the flooring inside the altar rail distinct from every other flooring in the building. There, around the altar, it marks the special place of God. And every Sunday, as my foot hits that floor, I am aware anew of that sense of holiness. And like Moses before the burning bush, I want to take off my shoes because I am on holy ground. On the other hand, I'll also bet, like me, you have heard people connect the word holy with some other not so nice words, and it's not my impression that they intend for their words to have something of God's mark upon them. I don't think that's how we should use this word. So let's turn to the word glory. Buechner writes, glory is to God what style is to an artist. A painting by Vermeer, a sonnet by Donne, a Mozart aria, each is so rich with the style of the one who made it that to the connoisseur it couldn't have been made by anybody else, and the effect is staggering. The style of artists brings you as close to the sound of their voice and the light in their eyes as it is possible to get this side of actually shaking hands with them. In the words of Psalm 19:1, the heavens are telling the glory of God. It is the same thing. To the connoisseur, not just sunsets and starry nights, but dust storms, rainforests, garter snakes, and the human face are all unmistakably the work of a single hand. Glory is the outward manifestation of that hand in its handiwork, just as holiness is the inward. To behold God's glory, to sense God's style, is the closest you can get to God this side of paradise, just as to read King Lear is the closest you can get to Shakespeare. Glory is what God looks like when for the time being all you have to look at him with is a pair of eyes. I think one of the things Buechner is saying is that we're surrounded by the glory of God all the time, and all we need to do is to look to see it. God's marvelous creation points to the wonder of God over and over and over. And maybe our words today can be combined, both holy and glory. You see, what makes creation proclaim the glory of God is that there is something holy about it. There is something of God's mark upon it. One way to look at baptism is that God's mark is put on us. Child of God, you have been sealed by the Holy Spirit and marked with the cross of Christ forever, we say in baptism. You have the mark of God on you. You are holy. Live so that you give God glory. Thanks for watching, and remember to let this day belong to God.